Hey, what's going on YouTube? RMMO25 bringing you a deck profile for this rogue deck week. And I think that Pyroar Archeops is rogue enough in order to make it into this rogue deck week. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's go and check the deck out. Obviously I want to maximize the pyro effect, so I'm playing 4-4 and I'm playing the 70 HP Litleo just because 60 HP is not enough. Not enough. Then we have the second player of this deck, which will be Archeops. I'm playing 2 Archeops and 3 Archen, obviously prehistorical Archen because I want them to be easier to get. And we have 1 Drodigon just because we don't love Latias. That's that's my best counter for Latias EX. I used to play Mewtwo, but it was not good enough. And final but not least, 1 Mr. just because things like Night Spear, Hammerhead, and Megalocannon are really annoying. So now going into the trainer item, well, item supporters and stadiums. Let's see. My ace spec of choice is computer search because I need to set up fast. If I'm not able to set up fast, pretty much I lose. So I need that extra consistency boost in order to make this deck work, which will give me computer search. Then Pyroar does not appreciate laser, that is why I'm running 1 escape rope and 1 switch. I think that's most likely enough. I think I can give up 1 prize with Pyroar here and there and I will not have many trouble. Then we have 3 Evo Sodas. At first I was playing it with 4, but usually I tend to discard 1 or 2 using Ultra Ball, Computer Search or other stuff, so I decided to keep it down to 3 and it has been doing pretty good work for me. To level ball, because level ball is really useful, you have a lot of Pokemon that you can go for in the name of 3, 7, 8. Almost half of your deck you will be able to search for using level ball, and you really need to get those Archons on your discard pile really fast in order to be able to prehistorical, then use Plume Fossil. Yeah, since the hardest part of this deck is to get that Archon into the discard pile, or those Archons into the discard pile, and I will be playing a lot of cards in order to discard cards, 3 Ultra Balls, 1 Computer Search and 4 Professor Juniper. This is the only way I have in order to bring Archon back to life. So I decided to play 4 and 3 instead of 4 and 3, just because I really think getting those Archons into your bench early enough can save you the game. Then we have 1 Polpat. I almost forget that. You'll see, I really like Polpat when you're playing supported lines like this. You're playing a mix of specific use supporters like Blacksmith, Lysander and things like that, and draw supporters like N, Juniper, Colress, Bianca, Shona and things like that. Polpat is really strong when you have this kind of combination of supporters. So now moving on, we have 2 Megaphones just because Garbodor is really annoying and we don't like Garbodor. Then we have 2 Super Rod. It is always nice to get things back into your deck, especially because you only give 1 prize at a time and your opponent really has to take 6 prizes in order to take the game. Then we already saw 1 switch, 3 Ultra Ball, and I run heavy Ultra Ball line instead of level ball just because I really need to get those Archons into my discard pile. 2 Blacksmiths just because I have no other way of energy acceleration, and sometimes it's really hard to get a Pyro. Well, late game it's really hard to get those Pyros to do something, so you really want to have those Pyros ready to attack whenever you need them. For Juniper, pretty standard, and Pretty much, if you are able to get the luck going on, Tropical Beach is really good because it allows you to completely set up, get the things that you need, and it's a really good consistency booster at the start of the game. And it also counters Beerbank City Gym because one of the biggest threats to this deck is Beerbank City Gym. And finally, we want Pyroar to deal good amounts of damage, so that is why I'm playing 3 Muscle Band. At some point I was playing 2 Muscle Bands and 1 Silver Bengal, but Silver Bengal didn't really love the prices and it was always a price, so in the end it ended up doing nothing, so I decided to, okay, let's stick with 3 Muscle Bands. And finally, for the energy, a little low energy amount, but since I really will not have that many attackers, I think 10 it's okay. 7 fire and 3 DCEs. DCE can be useful to power up those Scorching Fangs, and DCE is also really useful in order to help you retreat Archeops, because with Lysander in the game, your opponent really wants to promote Archeops and kill it, pretty much. So I had a game using this deck, and I hope you will enjoy. And we are here with the game, and this time I'm going against Sable House, and I'm not sure, but I think this is one of the 2 Sable House brothers, 2 really good game players from the US. Anyway, well, I will use the same convention that I always do. You have a girl avatar, so it's she. She will be playing Charizard with Raichu, which will be really annoying, as you will be able to see. But without any further ado, let's go and check how we did. Okay, so my opponent has the chance to flip the coin, and he goes for heads. He decides right, so most likely she wants to go first. That's goodbye surprise factor, because now my opponent knows that I'm playing Pyroar and that I'm playing Archent, so my surprise factor as usual is gone. And I see Pikachu, so that means I gotta be careful. I need to get my Archents into my discard pile fast. I need to get my Archeops into play fast if I want to win this. And right there, to be honest, I had the chance to play that Plume Fossil, but I really didn't want to risk it. Because it has happened to me that I decide to not safe play 1 or 2 Plume Fossils, then I suddenly run out of Plume Fossils and I can do nothing, so looks like I will have to keep it to me at the moment. Anyway, my opponent shows that she's playing Hypnotoxic Laser, and I hate that freaking, and as usual, and it's not nice to me. I really don't like it. Anyway, right there, I'll be forced to do something. Right there I'm thinking, okay, looks like he's getting lucky, or she's getting lucky with her Pokemon, so that means most likely I will have a dead Pyroar by the end of this turn. So I have a Tropical Beach. The best thing I can do right here is pretty much get rid of 1 Litleo, that Archeops, go for a second Pyroar, because looks like that will be my win condition, getting enough Pyroars in time before my opponent is able to get her Raichus. And at this moment I thought, okay, maybe she's playing the usual 3 Pikachus, 2 Raichus, and I should be okay, because as soon as I get rid of this, I pretty much have the game. And to be honest, that was really my thought, and right there I didn't know why, but she attached that Muscle Band into Charizard. Well, there was no reason to keep it in other Pokemon, I think, but anyway. Right there I'm going to bench another Litleo, my Trodigon, because actually Raichu is just in the range for revenge to be able to do something, which is really, really good. Right there, I'm going to go for an Archeops, and maybe that was not my best play. Maybe what I should have done was to go straight for one Pyroar, but at the moment I really didn't think that was going to be really, really useful. So my opponent will decide to promote most likely that Reshiram. There is really no use for that Reshiram except from maybe taking hits and take a random knockout here and there. But my opponent plays down another Hypnotoxic Laser, which is really, really annoying. As I told you, Pyroar does not appreciate laser to the face. If Hypnotoxic Laser was not a card in our format, Pyroar will be really, really powerful. Anyway, right there, too bad. This is really sad. I will have to get rid of another Archeops, and that means I have two Archeops on my discard pile already. But I'm going to get rid of that Musclevan into Charizard. Maybe it was better, to be honest. Maybe it was better to just go straight for that Pyroar and evolve this turn. That way I wouldn't have wasted one Evosoda right here. Right there, I was not sure what my opponent was trying to do, and I didn't want to waste Evosoda, so I decided to simply go for that Tropical Beach that pretty much gave me nothing. And that's it. My opponent gets another Raichu. Things are really becoming scary, especially because, as you can see, she plays a very heavy Raichu line. And that means that, well, that means trouble for me. I'm finally able to hit one Plume Fossil, and I feel really, really happy. I cannot believe it took me so long to get those Plume Fossils going on. Right there, I will have to play my hand. There's really not much that I can do with what I have, so right there, unfortunately, I will have to discard one Evosoda. That is something you really don't want to do when you are playing this deck, but I guess I didn't have a choice at the moment. Right here, I really need an Archeops because my two Archeops are already on the discard pile, and I think, okay, I need one Pyroar and I need one Litleo. Good. One energy might be good, but well, I thought that, okay, maybe it was much better just to do it this way. Right there, I'm going to Scorching Fang. There's really no reason to discard one energy. This Reshiram is going down to another Scorching Fang anytime soon. And since I'm not playing Pokemon Catcher or Lysander, and there is no way I'm going to knock out those two Raichus on the bench, and obviously one of those Raichus is going to knock me out this turn, so that will be annoying, really, really annoying, and I will have to deal with that. Anyway, here comes down another N, another really annoying N. How much I hate this freaking card, to be honest, guys. I hate N so much. Anyway, right there, my opponent decides to go for the obvious knockout on my Pyroar, because as soon as I get rid of Pyroar, there is really nothing that he can do. And right here, I was really not thinking very straight. It was much better for me to get another energy back into my deck than getting another Litleo. But at this moment, I already forgot that I have already used one, well, discarded one Evosoda, which means that my Evosodas are counted, so I gotta be careful, and I need to check my deck, but I'm still thinking that I have at least one Evosoda in my deck, which is really not the case. It's really sad because I've not been drawing really, really good. My Professor Junipers refused to come out, and my Archons really didn't want to come out to play. which is annoying, really, really annoying. Anyway, my opponent right here will fail the search. Looks like she's running out of resources just like I am, and I really need to get one Archeops right now. If not, I'm pretty much dead. That's how things are. I'm pretty much dead if that does not happen. Right there, I could have bench another, what's this thing called? Archen, but at the moment I really did not see why I should do that, so I decided not to do it, and this will pay off later in the game. Just to let you know, right there I'm going to bench down one lead Leo, and obviously I need one Archeops right here. Lead Leo is maybe the less useful card I have at the moment, and at the moment I thought that maybe it was much better for me to keep Blacksmith and N instead of trying to keep Pulpad around. It was much better to keep Pulpad. Now that I think about it, it was really much better. Anyway, here comes down the Raichu, but at this moment both me and my opponent are running low on resources, so if she loses this Raichu, pretty much is game, so most likely she will try to do anything that she can in order to knock out my Archeops. And right here I will finally know if this girl is playing Lysander, Pokemon Catcher, or something like that, because right now she had the chance to go for that, and no, I'm so sorry, but no, you don't play Lysander, which means my Archeops is here to stay, and there is really nothing that you can do about it. Right there, since Archeops is up, and there is no way I'm going to evolve that Litleo. And just as I told you before, guys, right here I was thinking that I had another Evo Soda in my deck, which by the way is not the case. Yeah, that is not the case, because as you can see right here, I'm going to check the deck. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and yeah, I should have played that Blacksmith down into this Pyroar, but I did not, and that means if I'm not careful enough, I'm going to lose. But as I told you before, both my opponent and I are running very low on resources, and things are really not looking good. I play down that end just to see if I can get something. I finally realized that I have 3 cards on my deck, and I need to know how many cards my opponent has, because maybe that will be the only way I'm going to take the game. So I need to hope that my opponent is not careful enough with her deck in order to deck her out before I do. So right here she's going for the aggressive play. She needs my Pyroar dead in order to win on prizes. So right here I really need to knock out this Pyroar. There is really no reason to not knock out this Raichu. If I don't knock out that Raichu, pretty much I lose. And I have 2 cards in my deck. That's scary, especially because my last fire energy is priced. And I did not realize that in time. Dang it. No good, but Nozzle is not going to paralyze me. There's really not much that I can do, and since Pyroar is pretty much my win condition right here, no Pyroar, you're going to stay active. For a moment I thought that it was much better for me to retreat, promote Archeops, fodder Archeops, than have my opponent knock that thing out and be happy. Anyway, right here you will see that saving that Archen into my discard pile really paid off, because I was able right here to go for that prehistorical, and now my opponent decks herself out. If she does not play Super Rod or N right here, that is game. If she plays N, I have more cards in both my deck and my hand. And here you will see something funny. We both deck ourselves out. You don't see that happen every day. And I think this is the first time that has happened to me. Anyway, guys, in the end, I was able to pull out the victory in a very odd way, but that's what happens when you are playing these odd rogue decks. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to see more content. Please tell me if you have another rogue idea. We still have a couple of days. Rogue Deck Week will finish on Tuesday, so we still have a couple of days, and if you have an idea, maybe I can give it a try if I have the cards and or I can get them in time. So I will see you all next time.